Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Velocity Banking, where we pay off debt, increase our cash flow, lower expenses, and raise our credit score, all using our own income. Bang. Alright, got the numbers up on the board, you know how I do it. Not wasting any time. Here's a scenario where we have an individual, okay? Income fluctuates between $5,400 $7,200. Expenses $5,400. They're like neck and neck, right? Debt $265,000. Whoa. Obviously, that's a mortgage and a car as well. And their cash flow is pretty sporadic as well. It fluctuates anywhere from as low as $23 and as high as $1,700 per month. This person's in, they get a portion of their money from rental income. So if they have a vacancy one month, right, and then the next month, if the following months, if they're doing good, right? So, pretty accurate numbers here. And what do we need to solve for in this scenario, right? Cash flow. How do we increase it, right? The objective is to pay off debt, which would increase my cash flow. It would lower my expenses, simultaneously builds my credit score in the process because I'm paying off debt, less utilization, right? Bad debt becoming good debt, all right? So let's see. Step one. Just like I always say, this person is an employee. So the first thing I want to do, I need to fill out that W-4 properly. I need to get my money, okay, from the IRS, all right? They're taking too much money from me, all right? And I can legally take it back, all right? It is my right, all right? It is your right. You just don't know, right? So here I am trying to explain to you and let you know, hey, you need to get your allowances in order, okay? In order. All right, so step one, boom, we're going to fill that out. Get our allowances right, increase our cash flow anywhere from 200 to probably like 500. This person has a business, so I could probably get even more, right? If we got good bookkeeping, good record keeping, we track our expenses, I could get more out of that person's paycheck, right? So that's step number one. All right. And the first thing, that I'm looking at, is the debt. Obviously, they have this big debt. They got a mortgage that they want to pay off, and they have a car. All right. When someone is looking at velocity banking for the first time, it might not be wise to try and attack the largest debt first. Okay. You want to try and build your way, right? Try to get some small wins, get some small victories, get you confident enough and disciplined enough to step into diving real deep into velocity banking, right? It's sort of like the debt snowball method, right? Where they say, you pick your smallest debt and you tackle that first. Well, this is very similar. But with my scenario, with my velocity banking, right, working with me, we don't lose our cash flow in the process when we're paying off debt. And I'm going to show you how, okay? So what I'm going to have this person do that will be working with me is I'm going to have them get a strategic, how do you spell strategic? There you go. Strategic line of credit. Okay, very important. And we're gonna shoot for this number, 20,000. This person has a good credit score, like 700 plus. All right, not bad. It's an older individual. Okay, he's got a family, right? He's got a pretty good credit score. Doesn't have much debt outside of car and mortgage. Those are like installment debts. You know what I mean? So we don't have any real other debt like credit cards or loans that's killing us, okay? So our focus is mortgage in the car. So getting a personal line of credit, $20,000. Right? Remember the method here. Why are we doing that? Okay, we want to use the bank's money to pay our debts and our expenses, use our income to pay us right back, increases our cash flow, right? Pays off debt rapidly, and I become debt free in a third of the time. All right? Okay? So look, the first thing I want to do, I want to tackle the car. All right? Because that's an easy one. They currently have a $21,600 owed on it currently. At 8% is the interest rate. Card payment is $530 a month. Okay? If I get me a personal line of credit unsecured for $20,000, right? Possibly at 0% interest. It's got a good credit score. All right, that'll help big. Let me tell you. And we're gonna make a chunk payment of $10,000. Why 10? Okay. Get this number right here. Divide that by 2. What do you get? It's like 8 something. All right. So our cash flow is what I'm going to chunk when using the personal line of credit. Okay. So for this individual, since their cash flow is kind of, can be high one month and really low in next, I just cut that number in half and called it 800 flat. Okay, 800 times 12 is like more than 10,000. Okay, my math is terrible, but I know that this person's cash flowing at least 10,000 a year. Okay, as long as they're not investing their free cash flow anywhere else, saving it, locking it up, like I talk about, they're redirecting all their cash, all their income to the line of credit. This is how it's going to work really, really good. Okay? So yeah, they're going to make a chunk payment. Day 1, working with me, $10K. All right? Which is going to knock this debt in half. Right? Down to 10. But I still have a debt here now. I just created a debt in that line of credit, did I not? For 10,000. Yes, you did. Okay. In that same month, I'm dumping all this income in here, satisfies that month's payment. The next 3 to 4, right, cancels out any interest accruing on the money in that time period, right? But wait, what do we have to solve for? Boom, expenses. What am I going to do? I'm not going to withdraw $5,400 in one shot, am I? Of course not. On the first, I'm withdrawing, $600 for the rent. On the 5th, $200 for the cable. On the 8th, right? So I'm withdrawing little by little throughout the 30 days in the month, but what else is also happening in those 30 days? Haha, my friend is getting paid every week or every 2 weeks, right? Or every month, because they got rental income coming in as well. All right? See how that's working? Do you see how this is coming? All right? So when you do the math, made a chunk payment here, right? And I pretty much I wrote it out down here where we've got $5,400 to $7,200 going into the line of credit, right? After we made the chunk, $5,400 comes out of the line of credit again. What stays in is the cash flow. Okay? Do the math, divvy it out. By month 12, even before that, okay, the balance comes back up to 0, right? And by the 12th, 11th month even, I'll make my last chunk payment on whatever's left on the car, because they're still making those monthly payments throughout the month. And what's happening is that $530, most of that money is now going towards principal to pay the car off, right? Most of it. And then we make that last chunk payment and it's dead, right? Paid off. I did the math. Conservative, it'll take 13 months to pay off a 4 or 5 year car note. Not bad. What just happened? My cash flow goes up, right? Debt paid off. Credit score up. My expenses down. Using my own income. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Look how much money I saved on interest alone on that car note. Right? If they did nothing but pay $530 a month for the next 4 years, they would have paid well over $3,500 in interest on top of the 26, right? But using Velocity Banking, not only are they going to save just under $3,000 in interest alone, right? They're going to have an increased cash flow in a year or less, okay, of $530. Their credit score is going to go up rapidly, and their expenses are going to be down $530, okay? This should give this individual enough confidence and a boost, a nice quick victory in a year or less, to now look at the mortgage, because that's the next biggest, debt to tackle, right? And they'll be like, damn, Denzel, I don't know, man, this stuff is working. I like it. I like it a lot. So this is going to build them up, right? That's the whole point when you work with me, is if you're coming into this thing blind, you have no idea about Velocity Banking. All you've been taught was Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, right? Debt snowball, debt avalanche. Throw all your savings and throw all your cash and sell all your stuff and refinance and consolidate, right? If you've been taught all that stuff, you're going to have to unlearn what you think you know about debt, all right? And then you're going to come over to the light, to the good side, right? To the right? And you're going to really see how the wealthy people use their money effectively to rapidly kill debt, to make money or increase cash flow. They lower their expenses. It offsets because they're using OPM, other people's money. Okay? I hope you enjoyed that. Tune in. I'll have examples running every single week. I'm helping people left and right. I want to help you. All right? I want to get this figured out. These are the basics. These are fundamentals, right? We should not be stuck here trying to figure out, how to pay off debt and how to, lower my expenses, increase cash flow. This has to be second nature, because what's really important is building wealth and building assets and leaving a legacy behind for our family, not a burden. Okay? Awesome. I'm going to cut it right here. Tune in, subscribe, like, leave a comment, tell me what you think. If you think I'm crazy, let me know. If you like me a lot, let me know. Thank you.